Lee Kelly and Gary Turner talking everything taxis on the L&G podcast.
Welcome to the L&G Taxi Podcast. Today, vlogging, and this vlog is the Mercedes Viano bus. Is it worth it as a taxi? Can you make money out of it? And what's the MPG? Lee, this is your bus, isn't it?
It is my bus.
And how long have you had it for now?
I've had this now for, 3.5 years.
What's it like on reliability?
Excellent reliability. Excellent reliability. 28 miles to the gallon. Probably not a lot, you know what I mean? But hey, this is, with the Mercedes-Benz W639, or as it's known in the trade, or it's better known as the Viano or the Vito.
Now, repair bills for this, are they massive or not too bad?
They can be, depending on where you get your parts from.
And on average, would you say your average repair bill on this has been, average repair bill probably?
What I've averaged about, should we say about 5 a year?
5 a year. So
500 a year.
500 a year for repairs.
Yeah, so that's taken into account for tyres and for little parts that have needed to be doing.
Right, yeah, okay. And also because we've looked around it and we can see now, looking at the cockpit of it as well, we have got quite a decent sized cockpit here, haven't we, as well? Look at that.
A man always needs a decent sized cockpit, Gary. He does.
Now look down there. You've got quite a lot of room there, haven't you, as well? The cabin room is quite handy. Now what we can see, and everyone's going to ask this question, so I'll ask it for everybody.
Okay.
What's that thing dangling down in the middle?
That is a Native American Indian dream catcher.
Right, and what does it signify?
This signifies basically my dad passed away in 2013, so it is my little memorial to him, so to speak, because he got buried with his dream catcher.
Oh, that's very nice.
So he comes with me everywhere I go.
When you're driving around, people often ask you about that?
They do. They say, do I fall asleep at the wheel a lot?
Yeah, because you're catching.
But it's always fun though when I actually tell them the real reason behind it, because you want to see them be so apologetic to me. It's great.
When they realise the truth.
Yeah, when they realise the truth, they're all very apologetic.
Oh, right.
So as you've probably noticed already in the van, there's 6 seats in the back.
Yeah, 3 here, and we'll turn around.
Turn around very, very nicely.
My fabulous. Yeah, there's 3 here as well, isn't there?
Please take no notice of the child harness that's there. That's for when I'm on my contract job. Right. Obviously, I have to strap the kid in.
I must admit, in the back of this, there is plenty of room, isn't there? As you're looking around it, I'm 6 foot, and I've got bags of room in here.
The good thing about these seats is the fact that they go backwards and forwards, so I can have as much room as I want in the boot, or I can have as much room as I want in the back.
And if we look over here, we can see.
Take no notice of the bags for life.
We've got boot down here. We can't even see it. There it is. Yeah, we've got the bags for life down there. So that's your boot space down there, which is reasonably big, isn't it? Right at the bottom there. Yeah, your boot space there is reasonably big.
Perfect for getting any sort of families in with their suitcases. Like I said, I can carry 7 people and 7 suitcases and hold alls. Not a problem in this.
Now, isn't this the first bus you've owned?
It is the first bus I've owned. I have had other buses in the past which I was renting. So I've tried out a Peugeot E7. They are what they are. They're a bag of bolts. They're a bag of bolts.
Really?
And I've also had a Renault Traffic, which they weren't bad. The Renault Traffic wasn't bad, but these ones are probably I class them as the most reliable and best bus on the road.
The creme de la creme.
The creme de la creme. As you can see, to get through Hackney specifications, I had to get the fold-up seats in it.
Oh, yeah.
So that was to get through the Hackney, and to make it a Hackney cab, I had to get the seats so that they would fold.
Right, okay, yeah.
But what was also a killer was I had to find the same leather for these seats as I had for them seats.
Right, so you had to get the same leather for
same
these.
leather for them to match those.
And how did you do that?
I don't know, I paid a guy to do it.
All right, so they're all matched up now, proper leather seats.
Well, I say I paid a guy to do it. The guy I actually bought the van off actually done it for me, so he found the seats for me.
Right, so again, we got how much tyres then for this? Because a lot of drivers want to know the cost of your tyres for one of these things.
If you're getting like the budget tyres, which is what I just get for now, the budget tyres for it, you're probably looking at about £80 a tyre for it.
Which is a little bit more than the car tyres, isn't it?
A little bit more than the car tyres.
How long does your tyres last in this? Because obviously
I'm getting a good few months out of it, you know, depending on the man. So I'm you know, looking at about 4 months, 5 months.
All right, that's not too bad, is it? Really?
It's not too bad at all. You know what I mean? For what I do in it, you know what I mean. She holds the road very, very well.
Right.
But if there's anyone who's out there, who, especially on the Hackneys, you know, you've got the Hackney Vitos that are out there. You know what I mean? They'll probably be able to tell you more.
I do see a lot of Vitos on the road as well. So, Vianos. This is a Viano, isn't it?
This is a Viano, but the Hackney cab ones that are actually on the road are the Vitos.
Right. Okay.
You come a little bit too close to my face. That's
right,
hello.
Yeah. So Viano Vito. Is there much difference between them both?
Viano and the Vito. The difference between them is the Viano's got more of the electric pack on it. In other words, electric doors.
Ah.
Electric doors, heated front seats.
All right. Good for the winter.
Yeah, very nice for the winter. Also good if you've got back pain.
Yes.
Great if you've got back pain. Yeah, and electric mirrors as well. So basically, it's got more of an electric pack to it. So it's just a little bit of class, a little bit of luxury for the passengers who are getting in.
So the big question is,
yes,
can you make more money in a bus than a car?
The answer to that question is yes, you can, for the simple reason being is this: we have a bus rate, and obviously a bus rate is a little bit more than a car rate. So obviously if over 4 people get in, we go onto a bus rate. I can carry, you know, quite happily one person and not have to worry at all, you know what I mean? I just do it. The fare's the fare.
Right, okay. And
so it doesn't bother me. I don't have to always be holding out for a 6-seater job. I'm just quite happily doing whatever comes my way, and I'm still making money, and it also gets me a bit of private work at the same time.
Yeah, because I think having one of these, especially Mercedes, gives you a bit of kudos, doesn't it? I think people like to sit in the back of a Mercedes vehicle.
You will find that a lot of people who get into minibuses always say the same thing. I feel like I'm going away on my holidays.
Ah.
And that's exactly what I want to try and give the people, that feeling that, hey, this is the car I want to be in when I'm going away for my holidays.
Would you ever go back now to using a normal car after you having this?
That's a tough one. It's a tough one. I like the size. I like the fact that I'm not sitting right on top of somebody, you know, in the passenger seat next to me. If I couldn't afford an electric van, I'd go for an electric car.
Just a normal size car?
Just a normal size hybrid.
Right, okay.
Probably one like your one, something like that.
That's next review.
The next review is the Toyota Corolla.
Hybrid.
So yeah, so that would probably be it. I would probably go for an electric car next if I couldn't afford the van.
But if you could, you would stay with the vans.
If it could, I would always stay with the bus.
Okay. So to sum up, then you would say a bus, having a Mercedes Viano bus is well worth having it for a taxi.
I would say so, yeah. Only for the amount of people you can get in, and obviously the fact that the rates are completely different. Like I said, after you get 4 people in, you go onto a bus rate which is higher money. You look at it like when it comes to like the likes of Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, when fares are on double time. You know, if it costs you 40 quid, obviously, in a car to get into town, it's going to cost you 80 quid in one of these.
Yeah.
So they are worth the money.
So reliability, marks out of 10 for reliability.
I would definitely give them a 9.
A 9, that's very, very high. But Mercedes-Benz are very reliable. Value for money, marks out of 10.
I would have to give it, only because this is my one, I'll give it a 7.
Right, okay. And longevity. How long do you think you can keep this car on the road?
If you can keep this car well maintained, these things will go on forever.
Forever.
You keep them all nicely done, you keep them serviced, you keep it all nice and clean and tidy, and do the leather seats and whatever care that they need to be done, I think I can keep this van for about another 5 years.
Wow, that's good. So you will make your money on it as well?
I will make my money on it.
Fantastic. Well, that's it from this LNG Taxi podcast. Thank you for watching. Subscribe down below, and we will see you on the next one. Next review will be the Corolla Hybrid, and also coming soon, we're going to be some road videos, and we're back in the studio. We'll catch you on the next one. See you soon. Bye bye.
Bye.